guests, staff, and students. Our event will begin in a few minutes. Please have your seats as soon as possible.
A kind reminder, please switch off your mobile phones. And please switch off any other sound or light emitting devices before the event. Thank you.
Dear patrons, to avoid undue disturbance to the program and the audience, please switch off your mobile phones as well as the beeping devices on your watches before the program. Eating and drinking, as well as unauthorized photography, video and audio recordings in the auditorium are forbidden. Thank you for your cooperation.
为免综艺馆的节目及观众受到骚扰，请各位关掉你的手提电话，并将手表响闹装置关上。请勿在场内饮食或擅自摄影、录影及录音。敬请合作。
Good morning, our honorable guests, staff, and students. Welcome to the President's Welcome. My name is Victoria Nistratova, and I'm a Year 2 student majoring in mechanical engineering.
I'm Runli Choi Long Yin, a Year 2 student studying in management. Today's event, the President's Welcome, is held to show the university's warmest welcome to all of you. Before inviting our officiating guests to the stage, let us enjoy a video introducing PolyU to you.
With an unwavering dedication to pursuing excellence in education, research, and knowledge transfer, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University is an innovative, world-class university with a strong sense of social responsibility. Driving innovation by nurturing the next generation of professionals and leaders, empowering them with the knowledge and positive values to contribute to the development of Hong Kong, the nation, and the world. Our pioneering research transcends boundaries, delivering solutions with profound societal impact. PolyU's interdisciplinary approach is the foundation of our cutting-edge research, which continues to gain international recognition. We turn discoveries into innovative real-world solutions and harness our entrepreneurial ecosystem to nurture promising startups. Our expansive network, bridging mainland China and the international sphere, stands as a testament to our collaborative ethos and global perspective. These partnerships magnify our impact and broaden our vision, accelerating the pace of innovation and technological improvements while stimulating industrial and economic progress. In today's digital era, artificial intelligence and technological advancements are rapidly reshaping education and the world. PolyU is at the forefront of embracing emerging technologies to elevate higher education and meet societal needs. Together with our partners, we venture forward, applying our knowledge and inventions to tackle global issues. This is PolyU, where excellence and innovation create impact. The gateway to a future defined by possibility.
Now, we are very honored to introduce our officiating guests and invite them to come onto the stage. Honorable guests, staff, and students, please stand to welcome our officiating guests of today's ceremony.
Please stand.
Please be seated. The President's welcome officially begins. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey of our freshmen and a meaningful occasion for all of us, students, staff, and guests, to come together. I'm sure each of us feels excited.
Rooney, shall we join our guests and staff to give a big warm welcome to our new students?
Welcome to the PolyU family. Today, we are so honored to have our officiating guests joining the President's welcome. They are Professor Jin Guang Tang, President of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University; Professor Wing Tak Wong, Deputy President and Provost; Professor Tao Jian Nung, Acting Vice President of Education; Professor Christopher Chow, Vice President of Research and Innovation; Professor Ben Yang, Vice President of Student and Global Affairs; Professor Kar Ken Ling, Interim Vice President of Campus Development and Facilities; Dr. Ben Lau, Associate Vice President of Campus Development and Facilities; Professor Jeffrey Shen, Associate Vice President of Global Partnerships; Dr. Laura Low, Associate Vice President of Institutional Advancement; Professor Dong Chang, Associate Vice President of Mainland Research Advancement; Professor Wang Zhuangkai, Associate Vice President of Research and Innovation and Dean of Graduate School; Professor Daniel Sheck, Associate Vice President of Undergraduate Program;
Professor Edwin Cheng, Dean of the Faculty of Business; Professor Chen Chang-Wen, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Computer and Mathematical Sciences; Professor Li Xiandong, Dean of the Faculty of Construction and Environment; Professor H.C. Man, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering; Professor David Sham, Dean of the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences; Professor Li Ping, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities; Professor Raymond Wong, Dean of the Faculty of Science; Professor K.P. Lee, Dean of School of Design. Professor Erin Cho, Dean of School of Fashion and Textiles. Professor Song Hayan, Acting Dean of School of Hotel and Tourism Management. Professor Horace Mui, Interim Dean of Students. Mrs. Angela Wong, Acting Registrar. Thank you for coming today and sharing the joy with our new students.
Now, may we invite our president to deliver a welcome address. President Tang, please.
Dear students, parents, colleagues, and our guests, thank you for joining this very important event for newcomers to the university. And on behalf of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you. I wish that you will have a great time studying at this institution, not only gaining professional knowledge, but also become a much better person overall. Now, I will make use of the next 15 to 20 minutes to give you an overview of the university so that you know what is available at this university for your education. Where's the computer? I have to make sure it works. Okay, that's it. So first of all, we are going to give you some data about the university. This institution was established in 1937 as a technical education institute. Over the last 80 years, it has gone through transformations to become a world-class university. We now have more than 30,000 students, and we have graduated almost 500,000 alumni. In fact, I think we have the largest alumni among all the universities in Hong Kong. So here you can see the 4 stages of development of the university. In fact, it became a fully fledged university on the 26th of November 1994. And I personally joined this institution on the 31st of October. So I've been here for more than 30 years. This is the structure of the faculties and schools and colleges. So you have heard the names of the deans who are heading these units. I want to point out that we have 3 unique schools: the School of Design, the School of Fashion and Textiles, and the School of Hotel and Tourism Management. These are unique disciplines at PolyU among the 8 public universities, meaning that they are either unique, we're the only provider of education in these disciplines, or we are much bigger. And then under other faculties, we have quite a few other unique disciplines, such as geoinformatics under construction, maritime studies under business, and on the health and social sciences, we have physiotherapy, occupational therapy, optometry, medical laboratory science, and radiography. So these unique disciplines are also a defining feature of this institution. This is the motto and then the vision of the university. Our motto places emphasis on how to benefit society through our education research endeavors. Our vision is to become an innovative, world-class university. These are the mission statements of the university. In the area of education, we want to nurture socially responsible professionals and leaders with a strong sense of national pride and a global perspective. In Putonghua, it says, 培育拥有家国情怀，具备全球视野和勇于承担社会责任的专业人才以及社会领袖， 这句话的意思就是我们的学校培养的人才要德才兼备，以德为先。In research, we want to pursue world-leading research and innovation for societal benefits. So how do we define the word innovative in our positioning? We have a three-dimensional definition. Our graduates should be leaders of innovation. Our research should produce innovations with direct societal benefit, and we will embed the spirit of innovation in all our endeavors. The definition of the world class has two dimensions. The university is very big in engineering and technology and applied sciences. So we want to be a world-class institution in engineering and technology. And that means we want to remain among the top 10 institutions in the whole country in the field of engineering and technology. In the area of unique disciplines, we want to be world-leading, not only among the best in the world, but also leading the evolution of the disciplines in these unique areas. So this is the picture showing you the rankings of the university. It has gone up quite a bit over the years. Of course, rankings, depending on how they rank, you can get different results. So we do look at the trends of these data to look for space for improvement. We do watch out, but of course, this is only a reflection of what we have been doing. So education, of course, is of prime importance for a university. And the most important indicator of the quality of the education or the impact of education is in the quality of the students, I think we admit. So PolyU has a very strong record in admitting high-quality students. If we use the data in Hong Kong's Diploma of Secondary Education, and we are among the top 4, on par with the other university as the third most popular university in Hong Kong among the public universities, all the universities. In fact, we have much higher admission scores than all the other 4 universities, so we are clearly among the top 4. Of course, we can try to improve further. This year, we have reformed our admission process so that students come in via what we call the faculty-based admission mechanism. You have common year 1 in your faculty, if you are in a faculty. If you are in a school, it's common year 1 for the whole school. You only have to finalize your program choice after year 1. Of course, whether you will get into your preferred program depends on a number of factors, including your GPA in year 1 and your performance at the interviews. We also have a very innovative program called the Bachelor Degree in Interdisciplinary Studies. We have admitted, I think, more than 20 students into this very unique program. We'll provide each student with a leading researcher as a tutor. And after year 1, they can choose any program available in the university, or they can decide to choose none of the programs we have. They can design their own programs. For example, if the student is interested in the area of satellite design, and we don't have such a program, he can design a curriculum for this program and get it approved by a committee we have set up. Now let's talk about other aspects of education. We have made it compulsory for you to study national security laws, the Constitution of China, and the basic laws of Hong Kong. We want to make sure that you will be law-abiding citizens. You don't get in trouble with the laws. Okay, so we also make it compulsory for you, for all the undergraduate students, to take a 3-credit subject in the domain of Chinese history and culture. Being part of China, it's very important for you to get more exposure to Chinese history and culture. We are the university. We were the first to set up a flag-raising team among the universities. So we do educate you a lot on being part of China, especially if you are a Chinese citizen. Other positive values, because we want you to be a graduate with a strong sense of social responsibility, a strong sense of national pride, and a global perspective. So we do many things. One of the things we do is the service learning opportunity. Every student has to take a 3-credit subject in service learning. You will go somewhere to use your expertise to serve the community in need. A very representative example is the work we've done in Africa in the country called Rwanda. We have been, over the last 10 or so years, installing solar panels for villagers because they don't have electricity supply. So with the solar panels we have installed, then they will have lighting at night and children can study at night. So we've done this for more than 1,000 families, and this is a very good example of telling a good story about Hong Kong, the PolyU, and our country. So our globalization strategy is to ensure every undergraduate student will have a non-local study experience. 50% of you will go to do this, to do service learning. 50% will do student exchange programs. And also, among those who go out, half of them we expect to be going overseas, and half of them are going to the mainland. And this is rough expectations of the university. We have 2 very interesting residential colleges. We are short of hostel places, but for residential colleges, we've made some special provision. So after year 1, you can apply to do research under professor for 2 years. We will award a grant of 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. If you team up, it will be 100,000 Hong Kong dollars. You work with a professor for 2 years, but you have to get ready in year 1 to submit a proposal. And you will live in this residential college called the Curie College, the College of Undergraduate Researchers and Innovators. We have a special talent admission and recognition scheme. Some of you have joined us because of your talent in sports and arts, community services, or leadership. You will all stay in the same college called the STARS College. So you might know, actually, the most popular singer, young singer in Hong Kong, Gigi Yim, is one of our students in fashion design. In research, we have many top researchers. We have less than 900 professors, scholars at assistant professors and above. 40% of them are rated as among the top 2% researchers in the world. This is a chart to show you how strong we are in basic research, because this is for major grants of a few million for basic research. We were not that strong 5 years ago. Now, the latest number is we were number 1 among the 8 universities. Our share of this money has gone from 80% to 24%. So over the last 3 years, over the last 5 years, many of our performance indicators have almost tripled. This is a research grant, and then we look at, this is all, the previous one is a research grant from the government. This is a research grant from all sources. And you can see that also, over the last 5 years, the total amount of funding has gone up from 500 million to 1.4 billion, so it's almost tripled also. Our research staff has also tripled from 1,300 to now 3,600. We have many research institutes, centers, and if you want to get involved in this, you can go to talk to the directors of these units. At PolyU, we try to make sure that research does not only lead to publications in the leading journals. The research outcomes also need to produce impact and benefit for the society. This is a good example. This myopia control glasses, based on optical principles, can slow down myopia progression by 60%. And based on estimates, if every young child wears these glasses, the high myopia population will be reduced by 90% by 2050, from 1 billion to 100 million, and half of them may be in Asia. So for many of you, if your eyes continue to become more short-sighted, that means your eyes are still progressing, can still deform. your eyeballs can deform still. And then I think you should be able to benefit from these glasses. I do recommend this to you because I used to be very short-sighted myself. Okay, we have already licensed this to Hoya, which is a Japanese company, and the Zeiss, which is a German company, and they have sold 36 million pieces. Another example of impact is our work for the national space missions. We've developed instruments for Chang'e, the lunar missions, Chang'e 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Mars mission, Tianwen-1. Okay, so for example, for Chang'e 5 and 6, the robotic arms which were used to take the soil from the moon, called the Regulus, was from us. And the container sending back the Regulus was done by PolyU also. This is what I call the Nobel Prize of Hong Kong. It's for local researchers, it's for applicable research, and over the last 3 years, they've done 3 rounds. We have won the largest number of awards among 8 universities in these 5 areas of useful research. And this is another indicator of the quality and impact of PolyU's research in applicable research areas. So we are very keen on doing organized research to address societal challenges. This PolyU Academy for Interdisciplinary Research was set up a few years ago. It's called a PAIR for short, and we have 12 research institutes and 7 research centers. Each institute received $10 million from the internal funding, but they have to secure a similar amount or more money from outside. We have recently set up this second academy called PI, the PolyU Academy for Artificial Intelligence. The director, Professor Yang Chang, is the most famous scholar in AI in Hong Kong, I think. And then Professor Yang Hongsha she was the leading person for forming the team that did the AI model called Doubao from ByteDance. And before that, she was leading a team for M6, which is the predecessor of Q1 or Qianwen from Alibaba. We have an exceptional team of AI scholars at PolyU. For knowledge transfer and entrepreneurship, we are doing very well also. Our knowledge transfer income for core activities is #2 in Hong Kong. And we have nurtured many startup companies. Later on, you will hear a guest speaker, Mr. Wang Lei. He has a company which is what we call unicorn, EcoFlow, very big company now. So this is, one day you might want to have your own company, and we provide a very good ecosystem for you to gain experience and knowledge. Now, we have, as I mentioned, we have about 3,600 people doing research. These are research staff. We have more than 3,000 PhD students. So adding them together, we have 7,000 people doing research at PolyU day and night. And we want their research to be useful, producing benefit to society. If that's going to be done, then how can we do it? If we want to translate the research findings from our researchers in Hong Kong, it's limited by the physical space, by the industrial strength, and by the market size. So after the pandemic, we reached out to many cities in the mainland, matching our research expertise and research findings with their industrial and economic needs. They will provide the research space, the research funding, and the research facilities. We provide the people, the IPs, and the management. So we have now set up 12 research institutes in different cities in the mainland. Some of you should have come from these cities, and so one day you might want to visit these research institutes in your home city. And with these 12 research institutes and the 19 research units at PolyU, we have built a complete ecosystem from original research from 0 to 1 to applied research, translational research, and entrepreneurship. So this is quite unique in Hong Kong among the universities. Now this gives you an idea of the areas we focus on in these different research units. So that's that's all what I have to share with you. I do hope that we have a lot to offer for you, and you will be kept busy if you are interested enough to learn as much as you can. And we wish you a great time at PolyU and in Hong Kong. In fact, this place, the Jockey Club Auditorium, is very busy throughout the year, offering all sorts of cultural programs. And you should also watch out for activities held here, so you can also gain, exposures to culture, history, arts, and many other things. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, President Tang. Please return to your seat and remain standing.
Now, may we now invite all officiating guests to stand up and join us off stage for a group photo with our freshmen.
Let's take a moment to appreciate this exciting beginning for our freshmen, a start of a journey filled with opportunities, growth, and lifelong friendships.
Absolutely. And what better way to kick off this journey than by capturing this moment with our distinguished guests. We've prepared some fun props for the photo session. Let's look at the camera. 1, 2, 3, cheers!
Let's take a few more. 1, 2, 3, cheers. Thank you, everyone. Our new student fellows, for the next few years, PolyU will be your second home, a place where you will learn, grow, and continue to refine your talents. Along the way, you will build lasting friendships and create experiences that will make your time here truly remarkable and unforgettable.
I'm sure that we'll support each other as a big family, sharing and cherishing every precious moment together we experience here at PolyU. To celebrate this special moment, could we invite President Tang to join us on stage again, alongside with our central management team for the kickoff ceremony? President Tang, please. Could we also have Professor Wing Tak Wong, Deputy President and Provost, Professor Cao Jianlong, Acting Vice President of Education, Professor Christopher Chow, Vice President of Research and Innovation, Professor Ben Yang, Vice President of Student and Global Affairs, Professor Kar Ken Ning, Interim Vice President of Campus Development and Facilities.
President Tang, please put your hand on the sphere LED display, and all other officiating guests, please put your hand on a button, and let's take a photo first. On the count of 3, please press the sphere LED display or the button in front of you to symbolize starting a new chapter at PolyU.
Are you all ready? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Our official start to the new academic year. Let's make it a year filled with learning, friendship, and unforgettable memories. Welcome to PolyU.
Thank you, President Tang and our central management team. Could we also take a group photo? Please look at the photographer in the front.
Let's also invite our student representatives who represent local and non-local to come onto the stage. Let's look at the camera.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated off stage.
To celebrate today's ceremony, we have invited some student performers to shine on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, first, let's welcome our PolyU students for a Chinese dance performance. They'll be performing a classical dance titled 淡妆浓抹总相宜. The title comes from the renowned poet Su Shi, who likened Westlake to the beauty of Xixi, equally enchanting to be seen whether in the sunlight or the misty rain. Through the graceful movements of our students, let us appreciate the harmony of nature and immerse ourselves in the elegance of the dance, as well as the timeless sentiments it conveys.
It's showtime.
what a stunning performance. Again, thanks to our PolyU students for bringing the Chinese dance to life. Victoria, as you are moving to your third year of your study, are you excited about the year ahead and any plans about the future?
Thank you, Rooney. Moving to my third year, I'm really looking forward to applying what I have learned over the past 2 years to more advanced projects and hands-on works. As for the future, I'm keeping an open mind and eager to listen to advice from experienced professionals, especially those who have walked the same path in mechanical engineering.
Well, then today will be your chance. We are very honored to have Dr. Bruce Wang, the recipient of the Outstanding Young Alumni Award 2022 in Entrepreneurial Achievement, to share his experiences and wisdom with us today. Dr. Wang is the founder and chief executive officer of EcoFlow Incorporated. He graduated from PolyU in 2010 with first-class honors in mechanical engineering, the same program as you, Victoria. Since then, Dr. Wang has been passionate about renewable energy technologies and has led EcoFlow to become a national high-tech enterprise valued at over $1 billion. May we now invite Dr. Wang to share his journey and insights with us. Dr. Wang, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's such a privilege for me to be back here at the place that shaped so much of who I am today. If I could share just one truth that has guided my entire life, it would be this: life is shaped by two forces, what you can control and what you cannot. What you can control is your preparation, your effort, your own growth. What you cannot control are the surprises, setbacks, and new doors you never saw coming. Master control, embrace uncertainty, serve mankind. The key is to master the first and embrace the second. When the two come together, they shape you into who you are meant to be. 20 years ago, my story with PolyU did not begin in Hong Kong. It began in Xi'an, right after the National College Entrance Exam, the Gaokao. I joined Xi'an Jiaotou University. One day, a delegation from PolyU came to our campus to recruit top students from across China, offering full scholarships to a small number of students. I had never imagined studying in Hong Kong. But because I had spent years building my strength, especially in mathematics and English, and because my Gaokao score was among the very best, I was chosen. It felt like a surprise, yes, but it was also the direct result of years of discipline and the readiness to step into something new. So when you have mastered what you can control, you can step into the unknown with confidence. Fast forward to my third year at PolyU. I won one of the most competitive opportunities I had ever gone for, an internship program at Boeing headquarters in Seattle. Only 4 students in all of Hong Kong would get this. I prepared for months, studying, practicing interviews, competing with the very best from other top universities. When I finally got the offer, my classmates congratulated me. Some even said, "That's the best internship anyone in engineering could possibly get." I could feel the pride in their voices and in my heart. And then, just weeks later, a visa issue. The opportunity vanished. I went from the highest point to the lowest almost overnight. I was devastated. But life had another plan. Instead of going to Boeing, I was assigned to my capstone project with 2 classmates who honestly were not anyone's first choice. They were a couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, and their grades were not strong. No one wanted to work with them. Our supervisor, Professor Wallace Leong, back to then the chair professor of mechanical engineering. He earned his master and PhD at MIT and spent many years leading R&D in the US industry. Professor Leong was famously demanding. Many students avoided his capstone projects, preferring easier topics that could still earn high grades. After Boeing plan fell through, the other professors' projects were all taken. So I chose the hardest door and walked through it. He set the bar high. Every Thursday, 9 a.m. sharp, we had to present our progress. No excuses. That meant every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we lived in the industrial center, pushing, testing, improving, and alongside the high expectations came real support. Professor Leong assigned an assistant professor and a postdoctoral researcher to work closely with us. That year rewired me. I learned that rigor is the love for the truth in your work. The discipline, the mindset, the way of working I developed here stayed with me through my PhD and into my career as an entrepreneur. Later, the very product we developed for our capstone project, a robotic arm designed for stroke patient rehabilitation, became our ticket to the Hong Kong Engineering Project Award, where we stood against the best teams of undergraduates, master and PhD students from every major university in Hong Kong. After 3 rounds of intense competition over 3 months, we won the champion of Hong Kong. The couple nobody wanted to work with. Because of that victory, they were offered graduate trainee positions by the competition organizer, one of Hong Kong's top companies. That experience taught me this. What feels like the worst pairing can become the best team when trust and relentless effort hold it together. And it planted a belief that still drives me today. Technology should serve people, not just the markets. When life changes your plan, you can still change your outcome. If you give yourself fully to the new path in front of you. Years later, I founded EcoFlow. Our mission, to power a new world, to help families across the world achieve energy independence. But let me tell you this, the first 3 years were nothing like what I had imagined. I was naive. I thought, build a product, sell it, and success will come naturally. The truth? Every day felt like a battle. Every single day, 7 days a week, I was working without seeing a clear light ahead. I faced what I could control, building, improving, refining technology. And I faced everything I could not control. Investors saying no, co-founders walking away, market chaos, human nature as its most complicated, and the sheer brutality of business reality. One day, an experienced entrepreneur told me, what if this struggle does not end in a year, but in 10? Are you ready for that? Ask yourself, do you truly love what you do? That question shook me. On my way to the office, there's a cemetery park. One morning, I stopped and walked among the tombstones. Every name, every date whispered the same truth. Life is short, brutally short. And then it hit me. One day I will lie there too. When that day comes, what will I regret? Not the failures, not the struggles. I would only regret not daring enough, not loving enough, not staying true to the dream that set my heart on fire. And in that moment, I knew I was willing to pay any price to live without that regret. Because in a world where death is certain, the only thing you can control is this: how fearlessly you choose to live. At that time, I was newly married. My son, Kiki, was just 3 years old, about the same age as EcoFlow. I barely had time for family. That thought crushed me. The next day, I drove to work with my wife sitting beside me. I took the longest route. What should have been 10 minutes became almost an hour. Why? Because life doesn't give us straight roads. It gives us detours, obstacles, and unknown turns, just like entrepreneurship. I told her, I may need to fight like this for a decade. Will you stand with me through it all? She looked at me and said, if this is what you love, if this is your life's passion, I will support you with everything I have. That moment moved me deeply. I held her hands, made a promise to her and to myself that I would persevere. I would never give up, no matter what. The truth is, on the road to your dreams, the challenges you face are full of uncertainty. You cannot control the storms. You can only choose to love the voyage. And that belief carried me through. We kept building, refining, and shaping better products. We kept serving global users. Eventually, our work was recognized, not by a few investors, but by millions of families. Today, EcoFlow has reached more than 140 countries, serving over 5 million families across the world. EcoFlow is a global leader in personal and home energy. And I see this as a direct extension of PolyU's model: to learn and to apply for the benefit of mankind. Learning gave us the tools. Serving gave them meaning. So whether you research, your business, or in life, you will always live between these two forces. The force you can control, your discipline, your readiness, keeps you climbing. The force you cannot control, the surprises, opens new horizons you never imagined. Class of 2025, master what you can control. Learn relentlessly, grow intentionally, embrace what you cannot control, accept the changes, dive into the unexpected. Your future is a conversation between what you master and what you embrace. Master control, embrace uncertainty, serve mankind. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wang, for such an inspiring and insightful sharing. Please come back on stage. As a token of thanks, may we now invite President Tang to the stage to present a souvenir to Dr. Wang. President Tang, please. Let's take a picture. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, President Tang and Dr. Wang. Please be seated.
Wow, what a meaningful and inspiring section with Dr. Wang. Victoria, I believe you have got some tips for your future planning. And by the way, I see everyone in the auditorium is holding a tote bag. Do you know what is it?
Yes, it's a welcome pack for our PolyU new students. It consists of a flashy welcome bear plush, a practical water bottle, and a special symbolic PolyU logo pin. The university logo is developed from the well-established symbol designed in the early 1970s. The round shapes at each corner intertwine to symbolize P for Polytechnic and U for university. The image of T for technical excellence of the past symbol is retained, and the open perimeter represents increased interaction between the university and the world.
That's such a meaningful welcome pack, and it truly represents the warm welcome PolyU extends to all of you. After listening to Dr. Wang's inspiring talk and receiving these meaningful souvenirs, I believe it's the perfect time that we immerse ourselves in the beauty of music. Victoria, have you ever had the pleasure of witnessing PolyU's choir's magnificent singing performances?
No, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing them live. However, I've heard wonderful things about the PolyU Choir. Established in 2015, the PolyU Choir brings together students, staff, and alumni from across the university who share a passion for singing. It provides a platform for interaction for singing in musical activities. Through their music, they foster connection and enrich the cultural life of our campus.
Indeed, the PolyU Choir has graced us with numerous memorable performances throughout the years. As one of PolyU's key art groups, the choir has played a significant role in celebrating the university's milestones.
Wow, they must be incredibly talented. I can't wait to see them perform live.
Well then, today will be a lucky day again. Under the guidance of the esteemed conductor, Mr. Alex Tam, an opera singer, choral conductor, and composer, the PolyU Choir continues to reach new heights. Today, they will be gracing us with the Song of PolyU, which conveys the fond memories shared by members of the PolyU family and our commitment to making impactful contributions to society, as well as You Raised Me Up, a timeless piece that highlights the exceptional skills and uplifting spirits. The lyrics of the Song of PolyU are printed in the program booklet.
Now, without further ado, let's give a warm round of applause to the PolyU Choir.
Thank you, PolyU Choir. Victoria, how do you feel about studying at PolyU? Any memorable experiences that you can share with us?
It has been an enriching journey filled with opportunities. Serving as a class representative for my department has helped me develop leadership skills, while participating in abundant extracurricular activities had brought both enjoyment and meaningful exposure to my university life. On top of that, as the Vice President of the International Student Association, I've had the privilege of connecting with fellow students from diverse backgrounds. These experiences have played an important role in shaping me and have given me the confidence to stand here today. I'm truly grateful for all the supportive and nurturing environment that has made this possible. So how about you, Rooney? What is your feeling about studying here?
It is definitely an incredible journey. PolyU have given me abundant resources and opportunities to balance my academic pursuits, skills development, cultural and social needs. One of the most memorable experiences I had was participating in the EAGLE Global Youth Leadership Program, where throughout the program I learned how to lead, empower, and influence others, while also cultivating global perspective and appreciate diversities. And alongside this, I'm also a student ambassador and take part in the Academy, where it really enriched my whole university life. Oh, looks like I've talked too much. Let's leave the rest to the student representatives in the upcoming sharing section.
Today, we're honored to invite 5 student representatives to share with us. They are Ma Ichun Mason from the Department of Social Sciences, Von Lok To Jerry from the Department of Rehabilitation Sciences, Rudakova Anastasia from the School of Fashion and Textiles, Ahmed Irfan from the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. And Shomchok E. Zoe from the Department of Chinese and Bilingual Studies. Let's welcome them.
Hello everyone, and welcome to PolyU. I'm Jerry, a local undergraduate student in the Department of Rehabilitation Sciences. It's wonderful to see so many new faces here. Each of you is about to start an incredible journey here. For me, a small step like joining a surface learning trip to Sri Lanka led to becoming a student ambassador and joining the EGO Global Leadership Program. Indeed, PolyU is full of opportunities to explore, contribute, and discover part of yourself you didn't know existed.
Thank you, Jerry. That really resonates with me. Hello, everyone. I'm Ahmed from Pakistan. I'm a Year 3 student studying Artificial Intelligence Engineering. My first memory of PolyU was when I arrived and visited the campus when I was 12. Who had just started his PhD here. I remember walking past these brick red buildings and wondering and thinking to myself, one day this will be me. Well, 7 years later, that childhood dream of mine turned into reality. Now, I'm building Internet of Things sensor systems, leading the South Asian Society, and organizing events such as cultural nights, where students from 12 different countries come and get together. That's when I realized PolyU is more than just being a university. It's a community where we can learn from each other so much more, and it's something I'm very proud to be a part of.
In fact, I can also relate to that sense of transformation, Ahmed. Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia. I'm from Russia. I'm a fashion design student in the School of Fashion and Textiles. Before joining PolyU, I worked as a model and brand representative, gaining a first-hand experience in the fashion industry. But what I really wanted was to move from presenting designs to creating and showcasing my own. And I found this opportunity here. Since I've joined PolyU, I've grown a lot and in many aspects. For example, after completing a fashion illustration course, my work became strong enough so to be featured in a group exhibition. And apart from the core studies, I also participated in a service learning trip to Cambodia, leading English teaching workshop for underprivileged children. And recently, I have just completed the internship in the local fashion sustainability nonprofit through the Work Integrated Education program. Each of these diverse experiences showed me how combining past knowledges and new opportunities can open doors to the paths I've never imagined before.
I love that point about blend experiences. Hello everyone, I'm Mason from mainland China and currently a master's student in guidance and counseling program at the Department of Applied Social Sciences. Outside of classes, I was busy with everything from attending the Power of Passion Orchestral concert to hosting the PolyU Racer Student Conference 2025. I also love attending alumni events and film screenings. PolyU is all about holistic growth and I've definitely grown more than ever expected. At first, all these activities seemed unrelated, but over time, I realized they had something in common. They taught me how to listen, connect, and grow through dialogue. And in counseling, the skills are invaluable.
That's such a meaningful connection, Mason. Hello, everyone. I'm Zoe, a local research postgraduate student from the Department of Chinese and Bilingual Studies, and focusing on the learning disorders. Actually, I did my undergraduate in PolyU too. So PolyU has been my home for 5 years, both on the campus and also in the Homentin dormitory. Dorm life taught me that belonging starts with small acts. In my first year in the Star Halls, I went to my very first event, birthday party for the residents. We sang, shared cake, and even though we were strangers, it felt like family. The moment inspired me to create same warmth for others through culture exchange events, such as survival Cantonese and comfort food nights. And then after living all years in the hall, I eventually become the hall tutor to help others to feel like home.
Something Zoe said about creating warmth reminds me of my own experience. During the Macau study tour, I realized how quickly friendship can form when you step into new environments. Later, those listening and communication skills have well integrated into my constant practice. And to me, that's the real meaning of our model, to learn and to apply for the benefit of mankind.
Well, actually, this idea of growth really resonates with me too. When I first started here, I had very little experience in things like sewing or designing garments. And in my very first project, I was assigned to be a team leader. To be honest, that was quite overwhelming. But with the support of the professors and my fellow students, I discovered how much I truly enjoy the creative design process. In that moment, self-doubt turned into confidence.
Well, Anna, I've experienced something similar in my Xi'an service learning trip as well. So back in my trip, I realized that every child learned differently. So we have to modify our lessons quickly. At first, it was frustrating. But then I realized that the flexibility was the key. That adaptability is something I now carry to everything I do, no matter in school or in my life.
Yes, flexibility matters. Beyond whole life, I have been a student representative for 5 years, raising student concern at faculty meeting. And I joined a study tour in Vietnam where I built friendship and last long after the trip. The experience reminded me that PolyU isn't just a campus. It's a bridge connecting us with people and culture we might never have met otherwise.
You know, Zoe, that's exactly how I felt in Cambodia. Teaching English in a rural village with almost no resources was completely different from all the facilities that we have here at PolyU. But the children's enthusiasm and curiosity for learning made everything worthwhile there. It taught me that PolyU's greatest strength is its people. You don't need to have it all figured out at once. The community here helps you a lot along the way.
And sometimes, it's actually the smallest step that makes the biggest difference.
Yes, for me, the small steps was joining the first birthday party event. The simple invitation turns strangers into friends and show me how belonging begins when begins. That's why I've spent the past few years helping others to feel like home here.
For me, it was saying yes when a friend firstly invited me to a South Asian Society event. That single yes led to cultural nights, sports tournaments, and eventually becoming co-head of event management and logistics of the society itself. One small step of courage can lead to so much more here.
For me, one small step, taking part in SO activities, whether it was career fair, limitless festival, or the employment inclusivity forum, they lead to meaningful conversations and help me learn how to connect with people from very different backgrounds.
And for me, it hasn't been just one step. It's the ongoing practice. Every small project, every stitch, every sketch has been slowly building up my skills and confidence. Looking back now, I realize that those little steps mattered much more than single achievements.
So to our new students here, what we have heard today aren't just stories. They are promises. Ahmed's courage, Anna's persistence, Mason's curiosity, and Zoe's empathy. They all started with a what if, grew and shown in PolyU's community. This campus is waiting for your what if, whether it's joining a club, trying research, or even simply say hello to a strangers, knowing that you are not alone in chasing your goals. To give you a taste of the diverse and vibrant culture in PolyU, we have prepared a captivating orchestral performance for you next.
Thank you.
Welcome to PolyU.
Thank you, Mason, Jerry, Anastasia, Ahmed, and Zoe, for sharing your stories. Like what they shared, every big achievement begins with a small what if. What if you take that first step? Join a club, try a new activity, or simply start a conversation. At PolyU, these small steps can turn into opportunities you could never imagine.
Speaking of turning opportunities into something extraordinary, there's no better example than the PolyU Orchestra. This ensemble proves what happens when talent, passion, and dedication come together, starting from a single note and growing into a symphony.
Under the artistic direction of Mr. Leong Kim Fang, a world-class musician, PolyU University Fellow, and artistic director and conductor, the orchestra has continued to thrive. Their dedication to musical excellence continues to enrich life, campus life, and inspires our community. Now, let's enjoy their musical performance as they bring that spirit to life. They will perform two pieces from the Bize Carmen Suite No. 1, Aragonés and Le Toreador, a lively and dramatic work that captures the passion and color of the famous opera, Carmen. Let's give them a big round of applause and welcome the PolyU Orchestra to the stage.
Thank you, PolyU Orchestra, for the fantastic performance. This ceremony marks the beginning of your university life, a journey filled with opportunities to explore, learn, and grow. From cultural celebrations and student societies to academic talks and sports events, there are so many exciting opportunities awaiting for you.
Now we have come to the end of today's President's Welcome. May we invite our officiating guests to leave the auditorium first. Please stand.
Please be seated. We hope all of you enjoyed the President's Welcome. We would like to invite our students to give us feedback on today's event. You can find a QR code for the online feedback form in the program booklet, as well as the admission ticket. Upon completing the form, you will be given a souvenir as a token of thanks. The details of souvenir redemption will be announced by email later.
Last but not least, don't forget to visit Orientation Showcase at Showsport Complex tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be over 40 booths showcased by different offices, departments, and student organizations, which could certainly help you better prepare for your PolyU life.
Once again, thank you for attending the President's Welcome. We wish you a sweet and an amazing start to a new academic year at PolyU.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.